Atelier Yumia is the newest in the Atelier franchise from Koei Tecmo. The Atelier games have always had a certain charm to them. From cutesy pro tags, fantasy flair, and a fun crafting system. Yumia, however, features a more mature alchemist this time, who also sports a gun. I am not sure I like this change. The gun, that is. I typically don't like firepower in my fantasy games, but it is useful to shoot down ladders and stun enemies. Yumia does not feature a time limit like older Atelier games, so you can battle, craft, do side quests, and gather to your heart's content. The graphics of Yumia are simply gorgeous. The world map is huge. This looks like it's going to be a long game, with tons to see and do. There is also a feature I am really appreciative of: text size. Since this game is voiced in Japanese with English subtitles, having larger text for my impaired eyes is a big help. And I applaud Koei Tecmo for adding it. Battles in this game are action-based. You engage enemies by hitting them or being hit by them, though you'll want to hit them first because you will gain some advantage and do a little extra damage. Basically, in battle, you have 4 skills that you have cooldowns for. I am sure it will be easier to remember which button does which attack after a while, but I was constantly looking back and forth from enemy to skills. Which brings me to dodging and blocking. It's a bit difficult. Blocking is more difficult than evading, so I am not sure I will be doing much of that. It's quite fun flipping around though. There are also front and back areas. The back has Yumia doing magical attacks, while the front are physical. It's a fun mechanic and flashy. You can also change which characters you want to play as with the, I believe, right trigger button if you're using a controller. And all of the characters are fun to play as. Now, let's get into the meat of what the Atelier games are about. Crafting. Everything from healing items, furniture, attack items, and even equipment you will mainly acquire via alchemy crafting, which is called synthesis. You can get all the items for crafting by defeating enemies, finding recipes, and gathering from the world. Which there are a lot of gathering spots, pretty much every few feet. For simple things like furniture, you just have to have the ingredients and click the A button if using controller to make them, but for things like weapons, you have to go through the synthesis altar. It can seem daunting at first with all the ingredients, grades, effects, etc., but after a while, you will get used to it. Usually when I play an Atelier game, I spend most of my time crafting more powerful items, and I lose track of the hours. It's involved, but very rewarding and fun. You can also craft outside in the wilds, simple items like bullets. And you do have a small bag area to keep them, so thinking ahead is key. Though I do recommend the zipline glove, it's really fun. Crafting outside uses energy, as does, say, falling off high places. And yes, I did let my intrusive thoughts win. Energy can be restored easily enough at base or with small shrines throughout the map. Speaking of the characters, there's not really much to say for the demo. Isla, I don't know, is bubbly and Victor is serious. Yumia is neutral so far. Those are the only ones I really came across, though in the beginning we did see a really cute cat fox girl with blue hair, whom I'm interested in. Atelier Yumia comes out on March 20th, 2025 for Steam, PS5, Switch, Xbox, pretty much every system digitally. And that was my little demo review of Atelier Yumia. If you liked this, please give it a like. If you like Let's Plays, silly stuff, reviews, and top 10 lists, then subscribe. You don't have to, but I would appreciate it. And as always, this is Puppy. Bye.